In the next 4 modules, you are going to learn about the 4 different roles of the change agent, which are designer, presenter, facilitator, and coach. In this module, number 4, we will focus on designing professional learning. In Module 5, you will learn about the job of presenting professional learning, and then in Module 6, you will learn what it takes to be the facilitator of professional learning. Finally, in Module 7, you will learn about coaching professional learning. While there are 4 roles of the change agent, this module in particular is just about designing professional learning. The design of any professional learning can be what makes or breaks the effectiveness of the session. The role of the designer is critical to the overall process and success, but it is often overlooked. Being a designer requires you to be creative, organized, and attentive to lots of small details. In this module, you will learn that there are 3 roles associated with the job of designing professional learning. The 3 jobs include planning for the session, the provision of creature comforts, and preparing an appropriate setting. Planning is about setting dates on the calendar, getting the contact information you might need, and beginning to think about the content of the session, planning the beginning, the middle, and the end. In Chapter 4, you'll find a variety of planning templates that might be useful to you. Providing the creature comforts just means addressing facilities and food. You need appropriate and comfortable seating for adult learners, and you should absolutely provide food and drinks if at all possible. Doing so helps the participants function as best they can, and they like it. Preparing the setting involves setting up the room appropriately and making sure you have the equipment, the supplies, copies, and materials that you need. These might sound like trivial details to you, but the reality is that the effort you put into the design of the professional learning session will be reflected in its quality. This essential question will guide you in Module 4. With the rapid rate of change in an information-laden, technology-rich century, how does the less is more principle apply to professional learning? Think about how you might answer this. Does less is more apply to your school? Will it be useful to remember this as you design your webinar and your internship? You have some reading journal questions to respond to and an interactive check-in that includes some questions for you to consider. You also have your first online quiz. It covers all of the readings and viewings from the first 4 modules, and it's worth 50 points. The specifics are all in Moodle. Lastly, you'll begin listing topics for your webinar and drafting an eye-catching and unique invitation. By the end of this module, you'll be able to defend the importance of designing professional learning with careful attention paid to all the details, collect strategies and ideas for planning, providing, and preparing for professional development, list potential topics for your webinar and select one, and draft the webinar invitation. These final 2 objectives will be completed with your webinar team. As always, if you have questions while you're working, please be in touch.